doing? What we got? Live chat. Okay. Discord. Hold my beer. What up? Iceman, what's up? I think I'm going to I'm a sample with Inside Studio One. I'm feeling like using the DAW with the summing mixer and what have you. Two Papa, what's up? Let's go ahead and heat up the room here. Two Papa, you still been watching the EA ski streams? What's he been talking about lately? I had to tap out. They got kind of repetitive for me. Iceman, you canceled EA? Why'd you cancel EA? What's good, Si? What's up? I don't like ideologists. Okay. Sticks, what's going on, bro? You guys don't forget to stop by CMP Kits. Bluff got the new chords for the Travis Scott album. And everybody, Travis Scott's out, so now everybody knows what type of beats to make for the rest of 2023. So make sure you stop by CMP Kits and get the Travis Scott chords. That's for MIDI, ripcord, and scalar. Oh, what am I gonna do? Turn my synth on in case I need it. Analog banger. What's up, bro? I wish that I wish that we could get a another EA ski on YouTube. Like who's from like his same like experience level um in 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 the recording industry, you know, as far as and has worked on hip hop. It would be a question. Why is everybody selling a big six? Everybody is not selling a big six, Tyrone. You went on your YouTube and you seen the touch tone is selling his big six, and then you said everybody because me and touch tone aren't wanting to keep on to him, and that we're only two people. I guarantee you, all of the people in EA Skis chats, they're holding on to those mixers. But I'll tell you like I'll tell you like this, like when it comes to when it comes to me and hardware, the only way that I know if hardware is gonna work for me is if I get my hands on it and I use it. And I think that's true for a lot of people. I understand that everybody isn't in the situation to be able to be hands on with what they buy, which is why YouTube is such a easy easily manipulated resource for these companies and everything to be able to to be able to tap in with influencers and try to and try to sell you guys stuff, you know what I mean? And that's why you know, I've never considered myself an influencer. I think that people people who like wake up in the morning and is like, I want to be an influencer, I think they should get a fucking job. You know, um because it's corny as fuck. But you know, shit gets sold when it doesn't work out for what you need. I think that this space has a tendency to sensationalize opinions so that people will watch, the content. You know what I mean? And we don't do that over here. Touchstone says, I have no brand loyalty because they don't value us at all like Avid. Yeah, that's true, bro. But but Tyrone, I could tell you I can only tell you about my experience. So I I bought that device because I looked at the signal flow and I had never used the device, and I should have trusted my instincts, bro, because like that whole USB to analog, and going through the analog signal path, like, so I was like, all right, so it'll be a USB out summing mixer. I'll have all these controls on it, you know what I mean? I'll be able to, like, stem out my MPC on it. And I used it, and I made a bunch of beats like that, and I recorded those beats back into the DAW, and mastered them the way that I would, and I didn't like the way that it sounded. It doesn't sound bad. I think that had I not, um bro, like, for like the past, ever since the beginning of the year, really, you guys have been watching me do like a tone chase, you know what I mean? Like you guys that show up in the chat all the time, like I've been going after a certain tone. Like right now, I've got sound going through, the MPC 2500 input circuit, going through all this stuff trying to get a tone. And next month I'm gonna put the ASRX there. You know what I mean? And then at some point before the end of the year, I'm gonna buy my buddy's ASR 10, and I'm gonna put that there and run it through, just because like, that's that's what's exciting. That's what's exciting to me. You know what I mean? Because, bro, like, I'm an old head in the game. So for me, like, trying to figure out how to, like, trying to figure out, like, what intervals did Travis Scott use on his Drake collab. Like, that's easy money. I could do that with my ears. um you know but trying to figure out how to get like how to get the tone of the records that I love without having a 2-inch tape machine and a console, like, you know that's a more interesting pursuit, you know CMP. What did I just hear? Yeah, yeah, my buddy's been holding it for, like, he's still got a few things that we can get. So do you think that you're close to getting the tone you want, dude? Yeah, I've gotten it a couple times. I've gotten it a couple times with a couple different combinations. I was able to get it, like, just like, I was able to get it with using the with just using the MPC 2500, and, like, working the way that Alchemist works, with just, like, doing the beat in one program and then tracking the beat out into into Studio One. And it wasn't like bouncing the two bus. It was running each stem through um through the SSL6, not the big six, but the SSL6. I would run each stereo stem through the what's it called, the super analog channels 1 and 2. um little bit of compression on each one of the individual channels, like Dr. Dre. You know what I mean? That was his vibe. He would use the compression on the SSL console on the individual channels, and then he would use the bus compressor. Um, so yeah, I've been able to get that tone, and now knowing, being able to get it, hearing it, you know what I mean, experiencing it, feeling it, working with it. Now it's just like, now the next thing is like, all right, I want to try, is there any way that I could do it with it being easier than having to cook up on on a 15-year-old MPC? You know what I mean? Is there any way that I can modernize the workflow more, right? Because the one thing that was interesting, like when the MPC SE came out, is there were so many people who, like, dude, they had the very, very passionate opinion, like, you don't need, converters, or you don't need preamps, or you don't need this. You could get the same tone with like just plugins, or you could get the same tone with just that. And I don't know, like, rather than just sit online and argue about it all day, I was like, yo, it would be really cool, because not because all these because I know why these people are saying it. These people are saying it is because they're not in a position to be able to um get the shit and use it. They either it doesn't matter why they're not in the position. That doesn't matter. They're just not in the position to be able to get the shit and use it, right? They're not in the position to use a 3000 or a 2000 or a 2500 or preamps or Neve equipment or nothing like that. They're just and so they're coping. And I was like, yo, if I could fucking figure out like how to really put, you know, like actionable instructions on how to actually execute it, not like some bullshit like, oh, we're gonna do a fucking comparison between A and B, and can you hear the difference? Like, dude, I don't like it's like I don't care if you can't hear the difference over YouTube compression, and you're never gonna touch the boxes. I want to try to figure it out, actually execute it, and share it with people so that they can actually do it. You know, Adrenaline says, "Let's be honest, you'll always chase tone, even through your sound is already top tier, in my opinion." Um, yeah, if you, I mean, Adrenaline, that just goes to like the philosophy is a mix ever really finished? You know what I mean? He was talking about these companies not caring about us. He's lost the grip of plugins because they don't update to new Macs or whatever. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all facts. But nah, adrenaline. Like when it came to tone, like I solved the tone puzzle. Like I know exactly what I have to do to make a beat sound exactly the way that I love how it sounds, and all I have to do is make the beat entirely on the MPC 2500. You know what I mean? If I make the beat entirely on the MPC 2500, and I record the stereo outs of that through through a set of preamps, I love it, bro. I love it. The SSL preamps sound amazing for it, you know? Especially with the compressors engaged, and using the SSL bus plus with the 4K transformer turned on, you know? That shit is perfect, bro. That shit sounds like rap music every single time. It sounds like hip hop. It sounds like hip hop, bro. Every time. Can't miss. Touch Tone says, I set myself up for different tones. I think that's the point of being open to new gears. Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Adrenaline says, but once you accomplish that, what's next? Once I accomplish what? The goal is the so so the goal is to be able. So first, I had to familiarize myself with it, right? And I had to understand it. And what I eventually want to do is I want to be able to replicate it with software. I want to be able to replicate it with software, and I want to be able to show people how they can do it. You know, because I think it's so goofy how like how a person could cut on their camera and just be like you can 100% do it, and they don't fucking do it. They don't got no music that sounds like it. They don't got no music that's ever done it. They just say that it could be done and they never did it. There's no there's no like y'all can't point me to one video that that captures the you can't point me to one video that sounds that where somebody does something in the DAW and it sounds like hell on earth. You cannot you can point me to people who have made titles that have said that that's what they intend to do, but that shit don't sound like that. Touchtone and Craftmaster, fellas, I feel the six is the way to go over the big six. From what I've read up on, there's more connectivity and flexibility with the six that was taken out of the big six. Um, I think for I think the SSL 6 is the best deal in pro audio to this day, especially now that you can get them for $900. Um, and especially if you're doing hybrid. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing hybrid, it makes sense. Just Breno, could you maybe do it by capturing the impulse responses from that gear? No, you cannot. Absolutely not. 100% no. If you could, people would have been did it. There's impulse responses for the S950 right now on my hard drive. A lot goes into real quality sound. It's so meticulous at the higher level. Now that's true, bro. That's true. But the thing about hip hop is you you just need good you just need good sources. What I'm trying to experiment with is, do you need to leave the DAW? Like I like the sound. The what's crazy is I cannot get the same sound as recording audio stems, comparing them with what's it called, like comparing them with like drums out of Impact or some shit, like, you know what I mean. And I really and i really like I really think that that's just the sauce. Like, we'll make something here in a second, but I'm gonna do it all in Studio One with the summing mixer. But I really think like like right now, the bare minimum, like if you didn't, like if you had no interest and you just want to do everything inside the DAW, I really think like right now, if you just got one of these color boxes, like I got the 5057 from Neve, right? That shit is awesome. It was such a step up from my old D box, right? Um, you send that signal out, and if you wanted to do drums and you wanted to put and you because it's got the silk bus and it's got transformers, right? But if you wanted to like send the drums out and audio, and put extra sass on them through a fucking preamp or some shit like that, I think that's it's just that little bit of effort. I think that's all it is. I really think that's all it is. That's all you need. Yeah, the Neve Orbit. Adrenaline says messing with analog hardware is giving me a better understanding of the software plugins just by turning the knobs on the gear. Yo, that's facts. And what you'll notice that's a reason why you got to why you have to try some, right? Because what happens is, especially with stuff like with compressors and EQs, you understand that the plugins are not replicas of these fucking devices. That is what they are not. They're just like bro, like, oh my god, plugins piss me off so much now. Like, not that they're not good and not that they're not useful, but it's really grimy how they put like they put the interfaces of the hardware on it, making you think that it's anything like the hardware. You know, even though you can model it after the hardware and stuff like that, but it doesn't react anything like the hardware. So you'll go and you'll look up all of these mixers and pros who use the hardware and see the way that they use the hardware, and then you try to do it with your with with your with your plugins, and it don't sound nothing like that. And that was one of the things that I learned real quick, like just when I got my first hardware compressor. It was the Presonus channel strip. That's the first compressor I ever had, and the first thing that I noticed was how quickly that compressor bit down and attenuated gain. And then I realized, I was like, oh, this is why when I go to the studio and I watch the people who do good mixes, they're putting two and three compressors on one track. It's because those compressors have to work so hard to do the same amount of attenuation and feel the same, that if they did it with one, it would sound awkward. But when they did like serial compressions and stacks of compressors, it sounded more natural, like how they were taught on gear. I'm getting the 5059 because listen, you're getting the 5059 because you're a fucking baller, bro, cuz you're a boss with a capital BAWSE, all right? All right. Let's let's uh let's let's see if we could find an old sample and make something. Am I still vouching for the symphony? Yeah, dude, the symphony's fucking elite, bro. But I don't need like symphony level conversion, bro. Like that's not the part of the sauce that like that shit isn't gonna help me with tone, you know. Well, I'll never leave you. Let me just do this the easy way. I'll show you guys a the last the last tutorial from producercourses.com. Oh, where's the folding chair sample in the thumbnail? What's up, Sub 100? Let's see here. YouTube MP3s. No, where's the damn? There we go.
In the fall, we gon' slide by, get at the rest.
Nah, not that one.
Yeah, nigga, put up in the mountains. When we was 15, we rounds, you getting gunned down. Tried to hide a couple dick. I keep this Mac 11, I grip. Easy, nigga.
Okay, what kind of nigga is that?
Fuel that's in his bars, driving in. That running your spot, hit you with a shot.
Hey, bitch, come here.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do 14 keys again. Fuck it.
Hey, bitch, come here.
See, and it's just shit like that it's just like, bro, if you know, bro, like I wanna use I'm not gonna front, like I wanna use Synonym. I wanna use Synonym and and find samples. CMP, what is that app called and what does it do? So this is an app called Synonym, and this is a sample bass producer's cheat code. And what you do is you take a song, like, so I just took that Conway song, this one here.
Hey, bitch, come here.
Yeah.
Hey, bitch.
And then what I do is I tell it look at shut up. I tell it look at my folder called Dark Samples, right? And find me samples that have similar, you know, spectrum, timbre, and pitch as the audio that I just played you. And so what it'll do is it'll go through and it'll take my entire folder that I pointed it at and it'll organize. It'll say, okay, so here's your folder, right? And now what I'm gonna do is these samples are, and it tells you right here, this is the similarity, like these samples are the most like this. So when you listen to 14 keys,
The Mac in the Burberry trenches. Free all the real rights that serve in a sentence. Yeah.
Hey, bitch, come here.
you hear how it's based around a little brass sample. You've got a brass phrase in the beginning, and then it's just got that sustained note. So now when I go and play this sample, I'm expecting to hear brass. Or some type of woodwind, right? And that's what we found. And I'll bet it's in the next one.
Y te pido, estoy cansada de sentir que se me escapa sin ninguna espada de dudar.
So make I could make that beat. There's so many fucking beats we could make, bro. What's the name of the app? So the app is called Sononym. Here, I'll show you. And this, like, it bro, is great. You can use it to organize your one shots. Like, this is how I find out. Like, you can put it, up, like, dude, you could do crazy shit. Like, you could go and, like, you know, like, chop a snare out of something and then take the sample of that snare, point it at your drum library, and then you can find out what pack that snare was from. You know, like, if you're one of these people that collects all the drums. But I like it for cheating at sample based music, right? So, like, for example, I'm such a dirtbag that what I did was you know what? I'm not gonna tell you where I got my samples. I already told you enough because then y'all gonna download my playlist and be making my beats, and fuck that. Fuck that. I've already said enough. I've said too much. I want to make this beat, bro. I don't want to make the brass beat or the woodwind beat anymore. This shit's hard. We need to get some swang on this shit. Oh my god, tell me why ain't nothing but a swang break. so let's go on to Tone Chase now. Guess we got that. Need to set up, import final form of the Apollo. Yes. D-box, D-box, and all you go to 5 and 6. You all go to 1 and 2. Okay. Let's see what we got now. Alright. Turn the converters on. Yo, what is your deal with the ASR? Did you used to have one? Cause you get so hype for that ASR. Tell me about it. Look at this gain station right here. We're gonna need to get some gain station out of this. So I'm killing my outputs right now. God particle sounds like mid-side compression. It probably is, bro. Yo, Touchstone, you see how easy it is to gain stage with like having the control of the outputs and just being able to, you know what I mean? Like, I know you got a badass interface that like pushes out a lot of gain. So being able to have this and just, you know, get the output, because that's like the most annoying thing about trying to use hybrid is like, these interfaces. Like if you got a good interface, the interface just screams at your gear, and you're like, oh my god, what do I do? Cause I got my 5057, and I'm not even using any of the trim. I kind of want to like push the transformer a little bit more, and this is down like 12 dB, and that let me get to like -9 on the trim, which isn't even 12 o'clock. Like I'm over at I'm like barely doing anything to it. Use the tone generator first. We got one, right? All day. This workflow you've put on display is crazy. Yeah, man. I got a bag, bro. You know what I mean? The bag is deep. the bag is deep, bro. I still got stiff ass. I knew it. I still got some stiff ass kicks up here. Let's get these. Let's get these going. Let's get this shit sounding right. Now we gotta put on the magnifying glass. Make this shit sound cool. What's up, Heath? Atlas on the beats. I don't like it. What else can I use? What else can I use? What else can I use? Let's see here. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate you. CMP, what's your Desert Island hardware piece? An MPCX. Touchstone. So with your G's, you send out a tone of 6 dBFS from the DAW to your analog gear. Man, there's a lot of people upset with what video? What video? Leaving the big six. I mean, feelings are hurt. Listen, man. I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't even fucking know why you made that video. Like, there's no point in making them fucking videos, bro. Like, there really ain't. Touchstone says, I'm just trying to share my journey and maybe to help somebody. Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this, Touchstone. Like that's what you that's what you intend to do, but that's not what happens. What actually happens is you have these fucking people who sit here and watch like the people who were saying like it's a good video and I thought it was a great video, they wasn't gonna buy shit anyway, right? And what winds up happening is people look at your content, and I know this from experience, and this is what you're gonna deal with, and because you're a good person, it's going to fuck with you. So I'm just gonna tell you what's gonna happen, right? You gonna fucking you gonna wind up moving on from shit, right? Because you can, because like like I know it's like what I talked about earlier. You gonna wind up moving on from shit, right? But what you're gonna wind up doing is you're gonna leave a wake. I'm talking about a wake of motherfucking late 30s, 40s, early 50-year-old fucking people who are trying to get like you, and they think all they need is that one piece of gear. And once you get into shit that is over, I noticed this when people watch you and they cop some shit that's over $2,000, like bro, I bought the Better Maker and the Bus Plus, you know what I mean? And like bro, anytime I get rid of something that's over $2,000, bro, that shit fucking hurts people's feelings because they feel like personally betrayed. They're like, wait a minute, you know what I mean? Because like the truth about it is the people who are buying the shit because they're watching your channel, they can't fucking hear the shit anyway. It's not that they can't, they don't know what they're listening for. They're just throwing money trying to trying to level up, you know what I mean? And they come to YouTube, they're like, what's that one thing? They want like a quick magic bullet. Oh my god, that's exactly what's happening. Yeah, I know that's exactly what's happening, bro. So like these motherfuckers, they don't like I shouldn't call them motherfuckers, bro, but these people who are enthusiastic about production, and they're and they're excited about the sound too, you know what I mean? They go and break the bread, and then something happens, financially isn't going right, this, that, or whatever. You fucking sell the thing, and then what you wind up doing is you wind up taking your base, the base of guys who have money, especially like, bro, there are people who look like you, there are people who think like you, there are people who identify with you, they identify with your journey, and you wind up taking your community, the most passionate fucking people in that community that fuck with you, and you wind up alienating them because they feel betrayed, because they're like, man, what the fuck, Touchstone? I don't got it like you. How come you had me out here buying this shit? You know what I mean? When I ain't even really need it. I watched your shit, and I made you, and you made me feel, and you don't even, and that wasn't even your intention. You know what I mean? You're just having fun making content. And the dangerous part with like a channel like yours is your channel looks so good. You know what I mean? Like you're very inspiring. You're a fucking black man in the space, big house, you know what I'm saying? Like you look like you made it. Like you fucking are out here living the dream. Like we seen the overhead of that house. That house got 5 fucking bedrooms, you know what I'm saying? And a pool, and it's got the studio with all the fucking, with all of the toys and the shit. So you prop yourself up like a beacon, and then people following you, and you're just like, man, what the fuck? I'm just having fun making, making content, doing my thing. Why are y'all coming at me crazy? And this is what happens, bro. So, you have to you have to be careful, bro. You cannot share everything with your community, bro, because you're gonna wind up hurting more people. Believe it or not, you'll wind up hurting more people than you help. You know, you'll wind up hurting people that you helped. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting on CMP to outgrow the OB6 so I can swoop. Yeah, good luck with that one, bro. Yo, Touchstone, that's why I don't fucking show my shit anymore, dude. That's why I don't show nothing. The Elite audio cam, I got rid of that shit, dude. Like, I'll have shit installed in my desk and I won't talk about it for weeks. For weeks, dog, for weeks. I won't say nothing about it. I won't say nothing about it. Where is the self accountability that's irrational for people to get mad when people get rid of gear? Listen, so when you're like when I believe like this, like when you're smart and you're gifted, you know what I mean? Your responsibility is to lead. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, it's something, it's you know, like, ideally every man would be accountable, but every man is not accountable. You know what I'm saying? Every man doesn't move with discernment. You know what I mean? But there are those of us who are just more naturally you know, astute in those areas, and we didn't fucking receive those gifts to turn around and look at the people who didn't get those gifts and be like, yo, how come y'all can't get like me? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I believe about life. You know what I mean? Like the people who were made big and strong, you know what I mean? They're not here to fuck with the, you know, to fuck with the small people. You know what I mean? They're here to stand up for them, you know? So it's just I'm just saying, dude, like if you're online and if you got a community and you care about them, you have to understand that in some sense you are a leader. You know what I mean? And the people, like, what I understand about this platform for doing it as long as for as long as I've done it is that this platform is it's a vehicle for consumerism. You know, I use it to point you guys to buy my shit. You know what I mean? That's why I sit up here. You know, I sit up here and I show you guys hacks and stuff that'll make you better with your tunes. I make you laugh and stuff so that, you know, in the hopes that you'll go to cmpkits.com and you'll find something on there that's useful, and, you know, you'll support what I do, spending my time with you guys. You know, you'll buy a subscription and hang out for a few months or something, you know. But if you make a channel and it's a beautiful channel and you have, you know, and you go through the whole, like, I'm getting this piece of gear, I'm getting this piece of gear, I'm getting this piece of gear, and you're in this hip hop space, and you got EA Ski got everybody looking at fucking mixers, you know what I mean? And you convince, not even convince, you know, if you inspire people to spend $2,600 on a fucking mixer, and you can afford to let it go at a fucking $600 loss, and it's no sweat to you, some people some people don't have that, that discernment in them. That's why whenever I talk about gear, and I've been doing this forever, even when it comes to plugins, anytime I talk about gear, I look in the fucking camera and I say, you people don't need this shit. I tell you straight up, you got no business fucking with this shit. I tell you straight up, if you don't make no fucking money with your music, why the fuck you got 542s? Why you got two 542s if you don't make no money? Because to me it feels weird, but I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Touchstone says, Craftmaster, it's crazy because I've moved on from so much gear before. I had the whole Warm Audio suite and now it's gone. And I'm just like, buy nice or buy twice. Yeah, no, that's facts, bro. That's facts. That's facts, dude. Analog Banger says, it comes down to money. People wouldn't ask if hardware is better. They would just go out and buy it. CMP, I miss Reverb Hour. Bring it back. We'll bring Reverb Hour back. Gain station. Yeah, to me, Drop Designer is like such a fucking like insane game changing cheat code, especially for making like, you know, these type of beats. Because you could just go through your one shot library and you don't have and you could just find something that you like the feel of and drag it into Drop Designer and it's gonna find the key for you and you know do everything you gotta do to make it what it's supposed to be. I need my snare. I need my snare. Where's my snare? I need my snare. I need the snare I like. That's still my favorite snare, bro. I fucking love this snare. CMP, do you ever send your music out for mixing and mastering? Or you just do it yourself? I've never. I had somebody. I had a song that like I really liked, and I was I got like a $400 mix somewhere and went and sat with the engineer, and it was we fucking left, and the artist that I went with, he was like, yo, to be honest with you, I like your mix better. So I was like, damn. bro, this beat is good. It sounds good sonically. Yo, so with this, like, with what I'm doing here, like, I noticed, like, when I do DAW summing mixer into the like the SPL big and using, because I got like, so what I got is I got blue silk and I got red silk now, and I've got the 4K circuit from the Bus Plus, and I've got the compression and the low THD, right? And the, you know, and the shit coming in from the super analog preamps, and it sounds nice and it sounds hot, and it also everything has its pocket. Like, I feel like this is like when I use like Studio One. Well, I don't know, like, this shit reminds me, like Studio One reminds me of, like, when I do it like this, it reminds me of the MPCX, and it's because you have the tools to do the fine edits inside Studio One and that, or inside a DAW, and that's what you wind up doing. I feel like that's part of the, because like when I make a beat on the 2500, I don't really mix it. I don't do too much. Like, I just kind of like level everything and throw it through a limiter, you know. But this sounds like a lot more polished. CMP, what's the DAW to Orbit? So it's like this. It's DAW Orbit MPC 100. It's like that. see. You know what's crazy? Like, you ever listen to? Let's see. The fucking. Watch this.
No doubt.
Like, listen to how loud the record static is on that.
Once again.
Like they were like, dude. Watch this. That's what I want. I want to add to that snare up, dude. Hold up. Let me make the attack. Hold up. I almost got it. Yo, Tupac Pop, bro. Anytime you are going to say put a 50-year-old rapper on one of my beats, just delete that and write Conway. Just put Conway. Conway would sound good on this. Why we got to do that? Let's go Conway. I'll excuse it. I'll excuse it because you're Gen X. I'll excuse it. My bad, bro. My bad. But Cool G Rap got the analog converters in his chest. Yo, who is Analog Banger? Why are you trolling? Analog Banger said, what kind of converters were they using in '96? I think we got this. It's a lot of compression. And look at how we picked up the ass of those kicks, too. Melly Mel is definitely a boomer, dude. Yo, we not gonna be making fun of Melly Mel though, bro. No, I didn't even listen to the song, but I'm just saying, like, I know it's I know it's the cool thing to do, but like bro, I thought like I still listen, like I legit still listen to the message. Like I still listen to the message, and that fucking song is like even to this day, bro, like that shit. Like, bro, you listen. If the messages, like that shit is so timeless, bro. Like if you go on YouTube, you know what I mean, and you like see what's going on in a lot of the urban areas today, and you like you go watch a video about San Francisco is like like bro, you fucking like watch what's going on in San Francisco, or like how people are abusing the no pursuit policies, like like boosting is back, bro, like fucking boosting is back, like like it's legit like the crime that was popular in the 80s, that shit is back. You know what I mean? Like the shit that you're starting to see where these big crews go in the department store and run out, like that used to be a thing everywhere. Like in the 80s in Miami, they used to have a crew. Um I forgot what they were fucking called, but they used to like they would steal Supras, and then they would go to the malls and boost, and then dip out into the Supras, chop the Supras up, and then sell the clothes. But but nah, I got nothing against the old timers, but I'm just what am I saying? But nah, bro, like you listen to the shit that he's talking about in the message, and you're just like, yo, nothing has changed, bro. Like we had a little break, and then we wound up right back in this shit, bro. We wound up right back. That shit was so nuts. Like I don't know where y'all live. Like I don't know if y'all like live in like safe suburbs or rural areas, but like when them dudes said crazy lady living in a bag, like yo, you all you gotta do is go outside, and it's fucking crazy lady living in a bag. And none of this shit they talking about today. Oh my god, my grandmama died and my buddy fucked my girl. I don't know what I'ma do. I can't trust nobody. Nobody wanna see me when nobody wanna see me. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, dog. And it's crazy. We got artists and nobody got anything to say about what's going on outside. They releasing fucking 40,000 songs a day, and nobody has any thoughts about what's going on outside at all. Paris said I grew up dance battling crackheads at the liquor store. I mean, bro, like I don't even want to talk about what we used to do. But shit was not cool, bro. The message is better than any Eminem song. Yo, listen, that bro, that's not even fair, bro. Like the message is such a good song. There's a lot of rappers that don't have a song as good as the message. Like it's one of it's like one of the fucking it's one of like the fucking like that shit's like top 20 songs. You know what I mean? Like that shit is nuts. It's just such a dope song. Like they talked about it, bro. They talked about everything in that song. They talked about everything. And what was crazy was that perspective. Like hip hop was like this cool thing and people wanted to know about it and people wanted to listen to it. And like, you know, even though like there wasn't like bars or rhyme schemes, it was just like, it was such like a dancey like type of disco fucking song. But the shit that they were telling people, it was just like, yo, you would not know if you weren't in their neighborhood. You could have no empathy for the situation that people were going through in those environments until that fucking song came out. You know what I mean? Until that song came out and that video came out and people were like, and you know, you just like, oh, you start rapping the words and you're just thinking like, yeah, broken glass everywhere, people pissing on the stairs, you know, they just don't. And then you're like, wait a minute, hold on, what? But he said, I want to go to work, but I couldn't get far because a man with a tow truck repossessed my car. So don't push me because I'm close to the edge. Like, bro, they said so much. The verse where he's basically like, yo, like this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna be born out here. You're gonna grow up out here. The people who you idolize are gonna be scumbags. You're gonna have a choice. If you don't make the right choice, you are probably going to die. You know what I mean? You're probably gonna die because you fucking grew up looking up at scumbags justifying that shit. You know, and it's like, bro, bro, that shit's nuts, dude. It's true. This is before smartphones and social media made awareness easy to see. Yeah, it's before awareness made it was easy to see. And you just like think about, like if you just think about that era, like the programming that they were sending you. Like this is the programming that they were sending you. Like hold up. Like this came out a few years later, but this is the programming that they were sending people.
It's getting pretty tough coming up with new illnesses. It's a little childish, but then so is high school.
Annie, you're not going to school like this.
Call if you need us.
They bought it. How could I possibly be expected to handle school on a day like this?
Bueller.
Cameron Dave, get dressed and come on over.
Bueller.
He has been absent 9 times.
Bueller.
My father spent 3 years restoring this car.
I guess that's my dad. What are we gonna do?
What aren't we going to do?
Why should he get to ditch?
Something's going on.
This is what they wanted Like, you know, like, oh, we're gonna ditch and fucking go take my dad's Ferrari and go to the MoMA in Chicago, you know, and everything's all right, and like look at me in my cardigan and my pleated pants, you know. And it was like, nah, bro, that was the 80s. You know what the fuck was going on in 1986? You know what was really going on in 1986, dude? Here you go. Bro, here you go, bro. like this is what was going on in 1986. Shit like this. This is what was going on. But anyways. Now the algorithm is a program. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's a fact. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. You guys